Hi guys, thanks for tuning in again. Today's video is going to be about Universal Studios Orlando. My family and I went on a quick visit, so 3 nights visit to Universal Studios Orlando. We are in upstate New York, or well, Western New York. So it's not a difficult trip to do, and if the flight pricing is right, which is exactly what happened to us, you can scoot down for a long weekend. So we left on a Saturday evening after my husband got out of work. We were able to take off on Monday and Tuesday, and we're home by Tuesday evening for dinner. So it's a great place to do a quick getaway. Disney's always a little bit harder for my folks that have done Disney a few times, Walt Disney World. Definitely an awesome quick weekend getaway, but with 4 parks and it being such a huge resort, can be difficult if you do want to try to get in as much as possible. But if you really just want a quick getaway and you maybe only hitting a park or two, or spending some resort time, nice. But with Universal, we really did feel like we got to do everything during our stay there. So like I said, we got there late on a Saturday evening, so we didn't do much that night. We had dinner and then we kind of just went to bed. It was about 10 o'clock by the time we got to our resort. So we didn't really do too much that day. So day 2, we did wake up early. We went in and of course started with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Hufflepuff here. We all wore our house shirts. So my husband's a Gryffindor, the son's a Slytherin, and we had a blast. So it was the first time my husband or my son had gone. If you guys remember, in 2018, I went for what we call an agent familiarization trip. So that was really fun. Got to do a lot. Got to have a VIP tour guide. So if you guys can definitely swing it, especially during those busier times of year, the spring breaks, holidays, midwinter break, the splurge on a VIP guide is well worth it. Obviously you're getting like front of line access to every ride you want. You also get discounts throughout the day. Like, because you're on that tour, you have a VIP lanyard. So everybody's going to give you a discount for purchasing that tour. But this time we didn't do it. So we did go that last weekend of September. I wasn't very busy. Halloween Horror Nights had just started, so do be aware that the parks will close earlier on days of Halloween Horror Nights. So there was a day that the parks were closed at 6. So obviously that, you know, changes your game plan. But we were lucky. We got there the first day on Sunday and we did the Wizarding World. We started in Universal Studios side. So that's gonna be Diagon Alley. So we did Diagon Alley. We had pre-purchased wands, the interactive wands, before we got there, so we were ready to go first thing in the morning. It was a great reveal when you come through that platform there at King's Cross Station, and you see that dragon sitting on top of Gringotts. So that was fantastic. I mean, the kiddo was just blown away when he saw that. I'm gonna link my Facebook and my Twitter so you guys can take a look at the pictures there. I've stopped editing them in because it's just taking me too long to get these videos out there. And the interactive wands were really fun. I do have to say, my kiddo's wand worked really well the whole time. Mine, I had to keep going in for a wand repair. My sensor was really sensitive, and so they had to keep fixing that. But again, immediately would take it in at either Ollivander's or the, Ollivander's, or not Grindelwald. Who's, oh, you guys know who I mean, the other wand maker. If I think of it, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, so they were really good about fixing the wand so that it would work, and the interactive stuff was really fun to do, and looking at the spells and things like that. So we loved it. I mean, we're obviously a big Harry Potter family, so it was really cool. I love Escape from Gringotts. Everybody really enjoyed that. Everybody really enjoyed the land, noticing all of the details around. Obviously seeing Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes, and having ice cream at Florian, and the ice cream was really good. getting peppermint toads, like just really experiencing all of that. And for both of them, it was their first time in the land, and it's really well done. And of course, getting my frozen butterbeer, which I love. So we rode the Hogwarts Express when it opened, because the second part of the land, Hogsmeade and the castle open a little bit later over in Islands of Adventure. So we rode over there and got to experience all of that. My son was still a little too short to do the Forbidden Forest, but he loved the little coaster over there. It's the Hippogriff roller coaster. He thought that was great. The lines were really short. I don't think we waited too long for anything except for the day that we did Hagrid's. We waited about an hour for Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, and it had actually said that it was gonna be about a 2-hour wait. So we got snacks, we got cupcakes, cauldron cakes, frozen butterbeer to hang out in line, and the line actually went really quickly. So that was cool, and the queue for that is awesome. Lots of really cool Easter eggs for you Harry Potter fans. And the kiddo was still a little too small for Hagrid's as well. So we did the rider swap. And the family room there is really cool. They had movies, obviously Harry Potter movies playing. So my husband got to go first, and he was just like in awe when he got off the coaster. He couldn't even tell me about it. He was just like flabbergasted. So I went on it. Having seen the ride videos, having obviously been on lots of coasters, having done Escape from Gringotts, and it truly did blow all of those things out of the water. If you haven't done it, even if you're not a coaster person, it is such a cool ride. It is unbelievably fast, but all of the story details are really in depth. And some of the things that they've done on that coaster, they've combined like a thrilling coaster with a storytelling ride, I think is truly, no pun intended, truly magical. So definitely go. It's worth the wait in line. Absolutely. And like I said, the queue is really awesome. So there's things to keep you entertained while you're in the queue. So we did head back to the resort for a little while. We went, well, actually, we finished up in Islands of Adventure, so we did a lot of rides over there in Islands of Adventure. We did Jurassic Park. We did King Kong. What else did we do? Oh my goodness, we did almost all of the rides over there except for the Incredible Hulk, because again, it's a coaster. It's not my thing, and the kiddo's still a little too small with that. But everything in the Marvel area we did. Spider-Man. So definitely we did all of Islands of Adventure. Surprisingly, we got through it very quickly because again, we were rushing through some of those queues. I was trying to take queue videos so that you guys could see what they were. But we were going so fast. The lines were truly short. I think it was because it was that end of September, the kiddos were back in school. It was just the very beginning of Halloween Horror Nights, so I think most of the people were hitting the parks later in the day. So we went back to the resort in the afternoon and lounged at the pool for a while and had dinner there, and then headed back that night for the Dark Arts Castle show, which was awesome. So we had dinner at the Leaky Cauldron. And then the Dark Arts Castle show was so cool. Like all the Death Eaters were out in Hogsmeade menacing people, getting into duels. My son got to duel with a Death Eater. It was really cool. He had such a blast, and that castle show was really fun. I mean, nothing's gonna compare to a Magic Kingdom castle show, but it was really cool. What they did with the castle projections, they did it in two, they had two showings, so we went to the second one, and it was really well organized how you could get up there and get in to see it. We had a great spot, and it was probably only, gosh, 15 minutes long, so standing there in the crowd didn't seem overwhelming. And then we headed back to the resort. Again, the busing, we stayed at Cabana Bay. My thoughts on Cabana Bay are just like, it's okay. The theming is cute. The bowling alley is fun. I like the pool area. You know, it's okay. The rooms are okay. It's kind of a little step up from a value resort if you're used to Disney, but not quite a moderate. So again, like I said, it was okay. Would definitely stay there again though, because the price is right. And the busing is so quick and so easy. I mean, getting in and out, you're back to your resort in 10 minutes. So that was awesome. Day 2, we headed back over, of course, and we really focused much more on the Universal Studios side. So again, we're always going to scoot into into the Wizarding World, and again, get some more ice cream, get some more butterbeer, but did, like, you know, all of those rides over there. Transformers, Men in Black, which I still love. It's such a great little ride, and I love rides that you can interact and shoot and get points because I'm super competitive. What else? Oh yeah, so we did all of those. We did all those rides. We went over to the Simpsons area. My least favorite ride is the Simpsons ride. I hate it. I think it's like the 3D is not great. The ride is not great. I don't get motion sickness, and I felt nauseous when I rode that ride, so not a fan favorite for me. But we did, like, you know, the kiddie rides and stuff with the kiddo. My husband took a break from rides because he's not he gets some motion sickness, so he needed a break. We did Fast and Furious. We did all of that. You know, we snacked around the park, and we were really done by like 1 o'clock. And we hadn't planned on going to Volcano Bay. We did get the deal with the 3 parks. So there's a promotion right now. If you buy 3 days, you get 2 days free or something like that. So we weren't planning on going there, but we were done by like 1 o'clock. So we decided, let's head over to Volcano Bay. The nice thing about Cabana Bay is that there's a walking path. So we scooted back to the resort, put on our bathing suits, walked over to Volcano Bay, and shining star of this trip, surprisingly, was Volcano Bay. I'm not generally a water park fan, and I had been to Volcano Bay on my last visit, but it was not a great day, and there was lightning in the area. So other than just kind of like getting my toes wet in the wave pool, didn't do any of the slides. So we got there, we got a great spot, we went into the wave pool. That was super fun. And then we decided as a family to go on one of the slides, which my husband ended up being backwards on the raft, and he was done for the rest of the day because of his motion sickness. But my son, who's 6, and again is kind of a little, you know, hesitant for new things, so we usually watch ride videos before he goes on anything, loved it, wanted to go on another one, and another one, and another one. And eventually we were on like we were on the water coaster. I mean, he just kept going. He loved it. And I loved it because he loved it. Like, he was very adventurous. I mean, he went on things that I thought were really intense, especially for his size and age. He loved the fast, I don't even know if I would call it a lazy river because it's not lazy in any way, but the fast river where you put the life vests on, and like, he just had a blast. And so we stayed in the water. I mean, we were in the water the whole time. We did take a break, had food. The food there was really good, and I've gotten other feedback from folks that the food there is really good. So we got burgers, and they were truly like, they're not like frozen patties that you would expect from an amusement park. They were hand-formed burgers, and you could tell by the shape and the textures, and they were delicious. And I've had the shrimp curry there before. The food at Volcano Bay is surprisingly good food, not only for a theme park, but for a water park. So definitely plan, if you're going, to have lunch there. Sorry, I have an itchy nose today. Because the food was fantastic. So yeah, we stayed there, and then that night we headed out to dinner at City Walk, and just hung out at City Walk that night, and did that. You know, City Walk is cool. We also are big Disney Disney Springs. So we had Bubblegum Shrimp Company because there was a coupon. I'm not gonna lie, but it was actually very good for like a I don't say fast food, but you know, for a chain restaurant, it was actually very good. I was surprised. And then we went over to Toothsome's for dessert, and the desserts were great. They were truly delicious, and we love chocolate, so that was really fun. And then we got back late that night, and then the last day we only had a few hours, so we snuck into the parks again, this time on the site of Islands of Adventure, and we had breakfast there in the Leaky Cauldron. And we just explored a little bit. We went on a few more rides. I think we did Men in Black again because my son loved it so much. And then just kind of like hung out and slowly made our way out of the park because that was the day we were leaving. So we did have to catch a bus at, I think, noon-ish they were coming to pick us up to take us to the airport. So, but all in all, I feel like we got to do everything we wanted to do. There wasn't anything we missed. The rides we didn't go on, like Simpsons or the Hulk, were because we chose not to go on them. The food was good. You know, I love the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, especially at night when you got to see it during the castle show. You got to see some things that you maybe missed during the day. Like if you look up in the second story windows, there's spells happening and things happening there that you might miss during the day. So if you guys have like a quick break that you can, sorry, my nose is super itchy, that you can take for a weekend and the flights are good. Southwest sometimes has some great deals. Do it. Absolutely. Universal is the way to go. You can get everything done, not feel like you're rushed, not feel like you're overwhelmed with lines and queues, and really, really get a lot of bang for your buck. Definitely hit Volcano Bay if you've got one of those promo tickets that has all 3 parks. Don't skip it. Even if you are not a fan of water parks, it's a truly different kind of water park. So that being said, I think for me, we were really excited. They'd been wanting to do Universal and I'd been hesitant because we are such a Disney family. I mean, we do truly love our Walt Disney World vacations, but we do also love Harry Potter. We are fans of Harry Potter. So to be able to do that and get away, the pricing was right. So again, I know that a lot of you folks, when you book Disney, I'm talking to you a year in advance. We're booking it way out. But if you are thinking of something like within a month or two, you want to get away, let's talk about Universal. I think it's absolutely doable. I didn't feel rushed in any way, didn't feel like we missed anything, didn't feel like we didn't get our money's worth. We absolutely did. We're able to do everything in a 3-night stay. So reach out, let me know. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments, but I'm also take a look at my Facebook and Instagram, because all of those videos and pictures of our time there will be on the in my posts. I'm also going to link this to my blog, and I'll kind of curate some more of those pictures in a post with this video. So again, take a look at those, because I'm not editing those into the videos anymore. I just don't have a great skill set for that, and full-time mom, full-time job, I'm just not getting these out as fast as I would like to. So I'm gonna save those pictures for someplace else instead of editing them in. So if you guys need anything, you know how to find me. Leave me a message or a comment, and I will see you real soon.